you very much for joining. We're happy to see you.
Let's wait for the rest. They're all joining.
That's good. Thank you. Hi, Pina. Thank you for joining.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. We'll probably start in 2 minutes time.
Good morning, Keane.
Good morning.
Thank you. All the best. All the best. You'll be great. You'll be great.
Thank you. So we'll start in 2 minutes time. 11:05, then we'll start.
Hi, Keane. You have not unmuted yourself.
Yeah.
Look professional with Go.
Good. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining again. So we have 18 people together with us today, and I will be sharing about my own money. And before we start the session, can I know how many of you have breakfast today? Can you type in the chat box? How many of you have breakfast today, and how many of you didn't have anything? So let's see, yeah. See how many people. So Jared have it, Ela have it. So what do you have this morning? Let me type. I have tuna sandwich this morning. Getting ready for lunch already, Pinate. Yeah, you're right. You know. So and for today, right? The agenda will be a little bit different because I would like to start with the power up session this morning. Okay, so what is power up session? What do you think power up is? Can you type in the chat box and tell me what do you think power up should have? You know, what other things that power up should have? So Sabra have scrambled egg with a slice of bread. So now we are having power up session. So what do you think the power element should be in here? Anyone? Okay, it's okay. So what are we going to do now for this power up session is to play a game. Okay, so this game, we call it Readers Dance Challenge. Okay, so how many of you play Readers before? Can you tell me if you played Readers before, you type 1. If you have not played any Readers before, you type 2. Let's see how many of you played Readers before. So Wati tak pernah my Readers, Ila tak pernah, Pujo tak pernah. I pernah, all right? So it's a very, very easy game, all right? And I can give it a little bit of soalan bocor. It's a simple question. You have to guess the answer, and the answer can be found from Google, and you have little time to find it. Okay, so how do we play this game? And before that, there are 2 rules that I probably wanted to get everyone's cooperations, be open-minded and just have fun. And not only that, I also prepared 5 special editions of face mask holder for the winner. So this is actually the face mask holder. It's very good for you to put your face mask, use or the new one. So you can bring it everywhere. All right, you have 5 pieces. There's 5 questions. The winner will get 1 each. Yeah. So are you ready? If you are ready, type in the group and tell me ready, and I will share you the game rules. So let's see how many people are ready. You know, if you have 10 people ready, then we will just check. Thank you so much for participating the event. So most of the people are ready, and now I'm going to tell you what is the rules. The rules is when the first questions came out, there will be music playing. What you need to do, you have to dance according to the music. And when the music stops, what you need to do, you have to on your video, unmute your mic, and tell me your full name and greet us VLC Rocks. You know, we have seen VLC Rocks. Ni nak pass exam, mana pasal lah, kena bodek sikit lah. Just kidding. So you just say that VLC Rocks, and example, you know, after the music ended, you know, when the music started, I'll just dance. And once the music stopped, I'll say, on my video and unmute my mic, I'll say, Keane Long, VLC Rocks, and tell me your answer. All right. So the correct answer are getting away this item. Okay. So most of you are ready. So let's start. So on the video and dance is one of the prerequisites. Is you have to video on and dance it together with us. And once you pause it, answer us. That's done. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. The first one.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light.
Yes, the dancing.
Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home.
Let's see who is answering.
I'm Elvin, VLC
Pujo.
Rocks.
Oh, VLC Rocks.
Pujo VLC Rocks.
Okay, Alvin first, I think. Alvin first.
I love VLC Rocks.
Hello, VLC Rocks.
Thank you. What is the answer? What's the answer, Alvin? VLC Rocks, what is the answer? Alvin,
Got my skin, I won't cry, but you will.
what is the answer for this?
Onion!
Pujo VLC
Onion!
Rocks.
Ina!
So is Alvin answer?
Onion.
Onion!
VLC Sebaria.
That's good. Congratulations to Alvin. So Alvin will get the first prize. You know, Alvin, please, you have my numbers. You know, please text us, text me your details. I'll be couriering this to you. Okay, so that's
Thanks.
good. Good participation.
Again.
Now you just warm up. You have 4 more questions. It's a very easy one. The prerequisite, you have to on video like Alvin, dance, and unmute video and tell us the answer, okay? The keyword is important. Pujo, VLC rocks and answer straight away, okay? So now we go to the next one.
Move every up the wall. There night, skies are light, so we dance to the break of dawn.
I'm an odd number.
This is what hear the bass boom, I'm ready. Love is honey, yeah, this thing like
VLC rocks.
Ila, VLC rocks.
Okay, Ila tells the full. Okay, Ila, what is the answer?
11.
Oh, that's not the correct answer. I'm so sorry. Take away only one letter. Only one letter.
rock.
Who?
7.
Okay, Wati, the answer?
7.
Okay, that's good. Wati, you got it. Wati got it correct. It's 7. You remove the S, it becomes even.
Even.
Sikit lagi Kak Ila. Sikit lagi.
Even. Okay.
You're right. It's not 7. So now question number 3. So you are like, juggle in between. I want to dance ke ataupun I nak tengok you doesn't know which one to do first. So you have to make income dekat sebelah ni apa boleh juga, There's, I run this game before.
No.
But these people, right, they have their father decide. The father do Google.
Number 3.
Alright, so this is number 3, yeah? Question number 3 now. Yeah.
like dynamite. Whoa, bring a friend, join the crowd.
VLC rocks.
VLC rocks, Shadow.
Okay, who?
VLC rocks. Ma.
Okay, I heard Mark's voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Mark, tell me the answer.
February.
Hooray.
We have this for you. That's good. Congratulations. And we have 2 more questions. Alvin, you see, it's 100% concentration. A Malaysian flag at behind some more, Okay.
28 days, 29 days.
Not too much. I mean, you must faster ask them to Google answer since you've gotten it. Okay.
Keane.
Oh, no, get number 4. That's about. Okay, guess number 4.
Bring a friend, join the crowd. Whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move every up the wall. There nights,
VLC rocks. Ma.
the break of dawn.
Pujo, VLC rocks. Pujo, VLC rocks.
Okay, who?
Fit for music.
Pujo, VLC rocks.
Okay.
Incorrectly. VLC rocks about.
Okay, boss Sabaria, tell me what is the answer.
The answer is incorrectly.
You are so clever. Yeah, right. It's incorrectly. Okay. The last question, and those who have gotten it, jangan rebut dengan siapa yang tak lagi. Bagi chance.
Okay.
It's very, very fast, So now we have one more, one more. Help your group member. Have a group member to win this prize, the 5th one. Remember?
Right.
On video, that's it. And say Keane or your name, VLC rocks. Okay, so number 5.
Light it up like dynamite. Whoa, it's dynamite. It's dynamite. Shining with the feeling, with the little fucking soul.
Baru tak dance.
Like
Pujo, VLC rocks.
Laju Pujo.
Okay, Mr. P.
Photo.
Answer for John.
Photo frame.
You need to so it's correct. Photo frame, photo album, cloud or hard disk. Very, very. You can have select few answers. So now, since the last question is photo frame, all of us on our video will have our group photo before I share my webinar today. Right? So yeah.
Group
I'm
photo.
going to take a group photo with everyone. If you can, on your video. And yes, ada orang macam ni. 1, 2, 3. Next page. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you very much for your participation. And I'm very happy to see everyone today. Dah berpeluh kan? I pun dah berpeluh dah. Bukan I menang pun, I pun dah berpeluh dah. Okay, so now let's start our webinar today, which is Mind Over Money. All right, and my first question for you is, from this photo, what do you see? Can you type in the chat room and tell me what you see from this picture?
Shopping bag voucher.
Shopping bag voucher? Yeah. Some more? You can also unmute your mic and also tell me via live. Buang duit. You know, we spend money all the time. Money leaks. Okay, that's good.
Money leaks.
Money leaks. Okay, that's good. Very good. So everyone have more or less the same thing, but someone is more interested in shopping. He forgotten about the things voucher. Okay, so yeah, it's actually a shopping bag with a voucher bag, and the money is flowing out. And what is the key thing that from here? That a lot of people, while they are earning money, when they know how to spend and save their money, they also forgotten they are a group of money that unknowingly left out, not unknowingly leaking. So what is that? That is what we call debt. All right, you buy something, but you didn't realize it. You know how to manage that, and the money and the hard-earned money flow out easily. Okay, so now understand that and why is it important. So how many of you can differentiate what is good debt and what is bad debt? So can you tell me 2 examples? What is good debt? You can on your mic and tell me what is good debt in your opinion. Anyone? What is good debt?
Keane.
Yeah.
Buying a house is good debt because we buy and then hopefully the price goes up, and that's sort of an investment.
Very good, Anita, you got it right. So that is a
Do
good
I get a prize?
Finish, the mass are over.
Damn.
No problem, you know.
Terlepas lah, itu bot terlepas Anita. Oh,
She graduated, she know how to negotiate already. So, okay, one more good debt
Presenting the seven
example.
dwarfs.
One more good debt example. What is good debt? One more. Give me one more. Insurance. You borrow money to buy insurance? No?
Sorry?
investment.
You borrow money for something. That is something that you borrow money to do something. So
What about for, if let's say for education?
Very good. Who answered that? Can I know who answered that? Who?
Me,
Anton.
Anton is very good. Yes, educational is the good that. Okay, you got it correctly. Cik Don, okay, you will get the prize.
Not fair lah.
Keane, let's say you take a debt.
What is that?
Say you take a loan bank, but you invest it in a bigger income deriving investment. How's that?
You are partially actually there are some situations where we borrow money and we invest, but actually the regulatory we don't encourage that. Unless you're aware about the interest rate, you know, and the investment opportunity bigger than your interest, then
of course, because the investment we know that 10%, but the loan is only charging interest for 5%. So we take that kind of loan and invest in that 10%.
Yeah,
how's that?
That's right. Yeah, that's also considered a good debt. With all these terms and conditions, you compare and get it right. Okay, that's right. Investment loan is one of it, but in Malaysia we don't really practice it in most situations. You know, there are a lot of people borrow money to invest, but there are a lot of people doesn't know the T&C. You know, they see like 5%, but they doesn't know the 5% is like regardless of the OPR rate increase or decrease.
VLR. The VLR.
But that's
I want to say something, Ken.
Yeah.
Okay, so I realize that we have a few men over here. I myself is a man. I hope we all are married. So I just want to say that men normally are indebted to our wife. Why do I say so? Because when we give food to the wife, they give us meal. When we give house, they give us home. And we give them disappointment. You know what we give? They will give us? You guess.
Elvin, pandai angkat Elvin.
Bodek. Respect.
I heart you. I heart you, Elvin.
Your wife loves you lah.
Elvin sebelah dia adalah wife dia lah, sedang pandang dia kot. Maksud macam tu lah. Kita kena faham
Ada,
lah.
I think any newcomer kot baru join the husband club. Tunggulah nantilah.
Puja ada.
Hey Cheryl, please lah, me again. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but such Puja opinion. Puja have a lot of things to share during class.
Yes.
Okay, Keane, go ahead, please continue.
Alright.
Keane.
Bad debt. All right, tell me 2 examples. What is bad debt? What is bad debt?
Credit card.
Very good.
Credit
And one
card.
more? And one more?
Okay. What else?
What else? There are things which is bad debt.
Spending on meaningless things.
Yeah, credit card or overdraft or whatever is not for investment purpose. Car loan is also one of the bad debt. If you over purchase yourself, you know, you exceed the limit that you can afford, that's actually bad debt, right? It's a liability. All right, so very good. So you guys understand what is good debt and bad debt. And now I want to ask you how to manage that and pay off. And most of the people will be telling us and say, every month bayar je lah installment kan, ikut bayar je lah. But they sometimes, and most people, especially those high earnings executive, you won't be surprised. They are the one who actually owe most in terms of debts, in terms of credit card. Right? So what's wrong here? Right? So how do we manage that? Very important is this 3 element. Okay? Identify how much you owe, when is the due date, and what is the interest rate. So how many of you did these 3 steps? You type number 1 in the chat room and type 1. If you did all these three steps every month or for the past 30 years in your life or in your marriage life, you know, you make sure you pay the loan to your wife on due date. You know, if not, you're gonna no dinner, this kind of treatment. So you also pay on time. How many of you actually pay and fulfill these 3 criteria? I don't think that's much. I think only 1 people replied. Okay. And any one of you have a bad experience about that? Maybe during younger days, you doesn't know how to manage, or you have niece, or you have friends, or you have your daughter or sons probably had this incident. Anything you want to share with the people here? Okay, I will share first, you know, about managing that. Even I myself graduated as a banking and finance student. During my early days in first year when I graduated from university, and people always think that, oh, you are actually banking and finance student, you should be very good in managing all this finance, investment, and all these debts, right? And I think I'm very good too. And I applied my first credit card, which is public bank. I remember very much because my first job was attached under bank book, so we offered credit card. And I'm not a big spender. I normally spend credit card is for my insurance, and I also spend for my clothes purchase. Not buy online. I already start online shopping, skincare that time. First month, 400 ringgit, no problem. I paid on time. But month after month, there's 1 month, because I paid the credit card is 1 day after my salary disbursement. So I normally do this practice, but until one day, when private bank upgrade my credit card to another category, I didn't realize the date actually changed. And I also tend to a bit of late off, and I didn't pay on time. And guess what? I have like 3 months never paid. If the amount is not huge, 1 month is probably like 800 over, but accumulated for 3-4 months, suddenly I felt like there's a huge sum of money that I have to pay for interest. And that's my first lessons of paying interest, and all my purchases cost it increased. It become a more expensive purchase. All right. So since then, I learned the lessons, but it's not, I totally, know how to manage. I applied my second credit card, and second credit card also different date. End up, I mixed up all my dates, and I paid I paid as high as 1,000 interest per month, because didn't manage it properly. But after this lesson, really a painful one, and I tend to stick with only one credit card, one date, and I do an auto transfer, at least on minimum payment, right? Because I don't want my credit being affected. Okay, so that's on that, which is very important. And a lot of people talk about investment or money management. First thing they will say, invest, how am I getting my money to work for me? But if you ask me, I would think before whatever investment plan that you have, the first thing you must know how to manage the debt and the interest you are paid first. So you know what kind of liability you are having. Okay. So, and now I also wanted to ask you and throw this question back to the crowd here and say, what money means to you? All right, so there are 8 categories, and I will be launching a poll later, and you can select your answer. You can select up to 2 categories of your answer. So allow me to explain this 8 category of the meaning of money. All right, some people, they like to own money, they earn money, they chase money because they want security. They feel safe, as I can see a bag of cash when I go home. All right, some people feeling love, because when I have money, maybe my girlfriend will set me more, will sayang me more, all right? Some people, they are survivor because they have to take care of family, all right? For them, money come in, just need to take care of basic necessity. Some people, it's about freedom, you only live once, all these millionaires, I don't care, I don't marry, I want to travel around the world, spend according to what I want, all right? So the 5th one, power. A sense of well-being. If I have money, I can talk louder. I can go and threaten people. I'm rich, no one dare to, bully me. That's power. And the 6th will be contribution. Oh, I'm a very, I think Azlin taught us about amiable, peacemaker. I want to contribute to the world. I want to do charity. Right? Success means that if the more money I have, I feel very successful. I feel I'm top of the world. Or the last, having importance of being desired significance. If I have money, people will knock my door. If I have money, people will call me. If I have money, people will play around with me. So what category are you in? So yeah, I will launch a poll now, and let's vote the preference category. Yeah. So let's see what is the top category in this. Yeah, it's already on your screen. Please select 2. Category, what money means to you. All right. So how many have we gotten so far? Okay, we have 2 more have not participated. So, okay, we are going to end the polling now. I will launch the results. So let's see what is the 2 category now. Yeah, launch the result now. The result shared. So you can see the result. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So the top category is actually security and freedom. Wow, a lot of people want to you only live once. I want to spend. Go everywhere. And one about security, they feel more secure. And love is not more. Oh, all you need is love, Wujo. And remember your title. Why love is so less, only 13%. And power. Okay, so the world now, what they want, majority is on security and freedom. They want to be limited by money. All right, so which is same as me as well. I think freedom is my number 1 selections, and of course the security. Okay, and because of that, money is bring meanings. It's very important. And sometimes we are not only talked about what money means to us, but we also must think what money can do for us. And that's why in order for us to achieve our money goal and we manage our money properly, there is an investment concept we call, the money management concept we call KISS. That is very sexy, very nice, so that, I make it so big so everyone remember, kiss is a good thing, right? Be it those who are married, those who have not married also, janganlah halal. So, but for investment money management, KISS is a simple concept. Number one, we call it keep, right? Keep 10% for your long-term goal. For example, if you wanted to buy a house, for example, if you wanted to have have a children, you want to get married, you want to probably have a traveling plan in your next 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, you can keep 10% for that. All right. So the next, we would encourage you to put 20% in investment. Be it you want to invest in property, you want to invest in capital market, which is share, you want to invest in unit trust, or you want to invest in business. All right. 20% keep for investment. Whether or not you use it to invest now, that is another story. But you must have a reserve tabung for investment. So the third will be save. Save from your emergency and safety fund. For example, during COVID and pandemic for the last 1.5 years, I think this is not a new news for you, that you realize that there are a lot of people cannot survive with their savings. Some of them save 6 months, but they never realize the pandemic lasts so long. Okay, so the emergency and safety fund is extremely important. And can I ask from the crowd here, at what age you start to save your emergency fund? Can you type in the chat room, or you on your mic and tell me at what age you already started invest or put in your safety or emergency fund? So let's see, at what age? See who is the earliest. Does KISS change with age?
Can I? The 60%.
I cannot hear you.
60%.
The line is breaking.
Does insurance?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
It's breaking. Can you say again?
Does insurance? We take insurance.
Yeah.
Be it investment or life. Okay, is that considered the 60% of a necessity?
Yes, that is considered necessity. Insurance is a necessity. It's important. Insurance is very important. Yes, it's in the 60% necessity. Of course, this 60% is the max that we try to encourage everyone to limit at least 60% group. Those days they took 70%, but in nowadays 60% is more a safer zone for everyone. I know inflation is coming, but 60% is more healthier, percentage. Yes, insurance is in necessity. So you see, what other people start to invest, all right? And let's say it started late at 40, but all right. So yeah, there are some questions. How do you define long-term goal? Okay, long-term goal, it can vary from different people. During last time, we define short-term goal as 3 to 5 years ago. We consider that as short-term goal. But it also depends on at what age you plan this goal. And most of the people put long-term goal as buying house, because people who actually graduated at 23 years old. Of course, millennials now is on different context, because millennials, they wanted to buy house within 3 years. Okay, buy house is a short-term goal for them, it's an immediate goal for them. But if you tell me on financial planning practices, buy house 8 to 10 years is considered the long-term goal. Retirement planning is a long-term goal. Education planning is a long-term goal, all right? Because you have girlfriend now, you wanted to get married definitely, right? And you want to plan first for your children, and that's long-term goal, okay? And yeah, KISS, does KISS change according to age? There are people asking. Yes, actually all these percentage will change according to age, but it will not run too far, to be honest, because in generally our human being, right, when you earn more, normally your necessity in terms of RM will increase. They will most likely running around 60%, unless there are certain group of people, they spend consciously, because this KISS concept is a general concept. I didn't purposely become so stingy. I just live my life as it is, then this will be the percentage. But if I particularly wanted to put more investment, because there are people who save money, who eat lesser just to buy clothes, or just to buy house, or just to invest in share, especially share. There are a lot of people really tak makan, just want to save more money to be in share. That change accordingly, but more or less will be in this range. Okay, but if you're telling me myself, I started off investment portions is only 10%, because my another 10% I started with online business those days when I was in university time. So my invest portion I split to 2. Okay, but when my age getting rising higher and higher, and I tend to put and save more for my invest portion. Okay, because you learn more and you know a lot more about finance and how to expand your wealth with money, then you tend to cut down your clothes. You know, the most thing that I cut actually is my skincare and my clothes. Those days, when I graduated the first 3 years, I wanted to make sure I look good. I want to make sure I'm very fashionable. So I spend money on buying clothes and shoes. I think those of you who have wife would like to buy shoes, you definitely will understand. You know, the house, you enter in, the whole cabinet is all shoes, and yours is only a small cabinet beside, right? With your children with the shoes. Your wife now the whole cabinet. I sometimes need you to climb up and go and take some more. You know, I'm a very shoes. The highest shoes that I've bought, I've collected, is not lesser than 120 pairs. It's very serious, right? But I'm a kid, nagging, right? That's me. But after that, you know, after I say that you're not a balo, yeah, then I start to stick with good one, 10 pairs, and I reduce from that and I put money in that portion. And very important, a lot of people when they spend money, right, they didn't understand this. And how many of you understand this picture? Can you please type in the chat room and tell me what concept is this in the chat room? Yeah, tell me, what do you understand about this picture? Who just say, I used to have many shoes and watches, but now no need lah. Yeah, I can understand that. Now it's like even you put there, you also won't use it. Time value of money, the valuations of money, very good. Inflation, very good. So the crowd today, you guys are quite equipped with your financial planning knowledge, is very good. Yeah, right. It's inflation, the valuations of money. This is like your anak anai. If your house, you happen to have anak anai, inflation is like anak anai. You build the house very good, structured, solid wood. But if you doesn't know there's a sarang anak anai, then you will have a tough time because they slowly eat the house structure until one day you see something fall down. Okay, this is exactly what is killing the world and also Malaysian when we spend money. Okay, the awareness is not there. We just know the mee curry increased price, but they don't know why the mee curry is increased price. Right? In 1980, 50 ringgit. I never seen this note. I don't know whether you have seen this version. Not yes, that one. I never. My era is already this green color. Okay. In 1980, 50 ringgit you can buy the whole trolley. In the year of 2000, the 50 ringgit you can still buy quite a decent one. It's not enough for like 1 week. But nowadays you can definitely feel this. In year 2020, the 50 ringgit can barely buy more than 5 items. Now sometimes 3 items, sometimes even 1 item is already 50 ringgit. Agree? If you agree, there's a reaction button at the below. Give me a like, a thumbs up. You know, there's a reaction button. Give me a like and say that I feel you, Keane. I can understand. Yeah, and Anita feel me. I can understand. It's really painful. This really, I go supermarket is like thanks fun. So good. So now it's also meant about time value of money. How can you use it practically? Mean to say, how can you use your money to handle the inflation problem? How can you equip yourself with money management awareness, like handling debts? And especially, how can you use the resources that you have now to handle the situation now, practically, okay? And I'll give you a scenario. There's 2 scenarios here, Gary and Simon. Okay, let's see what is the difference. So Gary, at the age of 35, invests 1,000 every month for 30 years. And the total investment amount is 360,000. And assuming this money that he invested in, giving 8% return every year. So his total interest saja, the return 1.1 million over 30 years. Okay, the capital that he invested is 360,000 and the interest is 1.14, and the total investment, total money that he had after 30 years is 1.5 million. This is Gary. Okay, so now soalan cepu mas, Simon pula. Macam mana Simon? Simon dia pun invest amount yang sama. Okay, tapi dia start early sikit lah. cepat kaya sikit kan. Umur 25. Dia invest umur 25, dia invest 40 tahun dan cuba teka at the end of 40 years, dua-dua pun invest sama juga sampai masa nak collect balik duit ni dah umur 65. What is the final amount Simon will get? Can you type in the chat room? Of course, this we will give prize, So tell me, who is the closest? We will definitely give this Christmas voucher. So how much you rasa dia akan dapat at the end of 65? Anyone? Just a wild guess, maybe? Invest 30 tahun dapat 1.5 million. Kalau invest 40 tahun, berapa duit yang dia dapat? No one is guessing? Okay, maybe you tell me, if you think it's more than 1.5 million, you type 1. If you think it's lesser than 1.5 million, you type 2. Okay, Anita, very good. 3 million. Interest is 1.2 million. All right, I will say interest is 1.2 million. So let's see what is the answer for this. If we have someone is also answering this question. 3.5 million, no, Arifin. Anita, you are so good, very close. The interest alone is 3 million and the final sum is 3.5 million. Right, impressive, right? So let me compare these two scenarios with you. One started later and one started earlier. Same amount, all right? Same amount. And the total contribution different is only 120,000, okay? Because one actually contributed 10 years more than the Gary. But at the end of the age of 65, at the age of 65 years old, Gary gotten 1.5 million, even same amount of money contributed. And Simon's gotten 2 million more than Gary, okay? And the total interest earned is more than 100%. It's almost 140% of interest more than Gary. So why this can happen? It's almost the same. Difference 120,000 je, bukannya banyak. Tapi macam mana dengan beza 120,000, dia punya interest boleh beza 2 million. Kenapa? Kenapa? Anita is very accurate, 10 years difference. Yeah, correct. Anita, yes, Anita dia akan jadi Santa Claus lah. So why? It's because why they are actually earning more is because time value money, the concept. All right, time value money is that you leverage on time to leverage on time and also the compounding interest. These two factors using the same amount of money, but you ride on these two factors and grow your wealth. All right, so those people who started later, the amount of money they need to spend, they need to invest to grow the same amount of money is definitely larger. Okay, for example, I myself started invest not much, 100 ringgit per month at the age of 23 years old. I remember those days, my friend who graduated earlier, she involved in finance, really finance in a bank. And she earned very good. As a starting salary, she's earning 1,000 more than me. All right, and I buy clothes more than her. I buy shoes more than her. But she's a very conservative person, which is good. Since young time, the parents brought her up to share with her. FD is the best investment instrument. So she save money. She eat the very biasa punya lunch. All her money she put in FD. So every time when she invests and got the certificate, FD certificate, she's very happy and she will be showing us and encourage us to put in, and which I do the same. My first FD slip I remember is actually from OCBC. First 1,000. Wow, very happy. Wow, 1,000. I got the FD slip. It's like people have it. I also have it. But I think the next year when I joined financial planning industry, I don't really trust very much in share and also all these investment instruments, because I myself, when I studied in the university, we are being told we have to use share to learn real experimental learning. So we have to do share investment using own money. So I lost a lot. I lost in university. I lost almost 11,000 in share. So it's like I feel like it's a very dangerous thing. I don't trust any investment product. And later, when my friend put FD, and I have another friend who also putting in the FD, and at the same time invest in capital market. And one day when we met up Chinese New Year gathering and we talked about our salary, how much we are saving for trip and retirement planning, and when we compare our investment portfolio and return, her return, she started work 1 year before me. She invests lesser than me, but her investment return is 3% more than me. And that's where I start to realize that, hey, I should learn more about other investment instruments. Okay, I should know how to leverage on the investment concept to grow and magnify my money. Okay, so that's really a real life experience. All right, so it's like Gary and Simon. All right, so now if you tell me, if you have a choice, I know some of you are still 20 years old, some of you are just past your 35, some of you are forever 21. But if you have a choice to select one investment model appear in front of you, Gary and Simon, which one would you choose? You want to be Simon or you want to be Gary? Type in the chat room and tell me you want to be Simon or you want to be Gary, or you can on your mic and tell me, Gary, you think it's better because the first 10 years you want to enjoy your life first, or you think Simon is better, you just invest consistently every month and you will get a better return. Maybe you tell me what is your view. You can tell me the chat room or you can on your mic. Simon, Anita, do you want to on your mic and tell me why do you think Simon is okay? Because Simon, you probably cannot spend money in buying clothes and stuff like that. Anita.
Okay, I think Simon is better first and foremost because he started earlier. But having said that, it's okay because you asked what I would do, right? And my lifestyle is not so shoes or clothes or whatever. For me, it's more travel and good food. So I would put aside for travel and good food, and whatever I put aside is what I should do lah. So if I put aside say 1,000, then I go Langkawi. If I put aside 10,000, then I go Paris, like that. Oh. So I cut my cloth according to what I have lah. So I'm Simon. Though I started worse off than Gary and Simon.
That's very good. It's very low maintenance one, Anita.
Yeah, very low maintenance. My husband got more shoe than me.
You are a very good life goal of us as a lady. You have to move towards that. The man will be very happy. Pujo also will be very happy. Pujo always in court.
Come on.
Pujo's
okay.
So who else wanted to share? What do you think? What do you think Gary probably thinking? Why Gary cannot think like Simon? Maybe I started early. Why? Maybe he also know that, time value money, but why Gary actually choose to start it late? Anyone want to participate in this discussion?
Yeah, I think he wanted to be comfortable before he started investing that 1,000.
Thank you, Pujo, which is true.
Yeah,
I think which is true. There are a lot of youngsters now, so they want to enjoy it a little bit first, right? Before they start to have bingo. Thank you, Pujo. Mr. Ma, do you have anything you want to share? Mr. Ma.
I don't know whether Gary was made a conscious choice, but if he made a conscious choice, maybe he said, I want to enjoy life a bit first. I don't do my parents, work until they die and never enjoy their money. Maybe he was thinking like that, but he was unconscious. Maybe he wasn't aware of this compound interest thing over the additional years. Or it could be a combination of both. Yeah.
Very good point. Okay, very good point. I think this is really a very good point. And you say that he probably wanted to enjoy life, or he unconsciously enjoy life without having a conscious decisions of setting aside the money for investment, right? Mr. Ma?
Yep, that's right. Yeah. So maybe he said, I will probably, end up saving, total saving will be less than somebody. He may not realize that much difference, is he? I think intellectually he knows. Simon will be better off, but he'll be shocked when he see the actual numbers.
Yeah. True.
No, but not that much,
Yeah, true. Yeah, so very good point. And some people, they will think that it's okay, I enjoy first. Later, I will work harder. I probably do side business, side hustler. And the additional income, I can always catch up, right? A lot of people have that thinking. that, even myself, I work, like time I do like online business and sell something, and I was just thinking that it's okay, I just want to enjoy, and later I can always catch up. They have all this kind of thinking. Yeah, very good point. So and one thing that I gotten from Mr. Ma's feedback is the financial education. So not, even though everyone graduated from the same platform, but the awareness, the understanding in terms of the deepness of the financial educations might not be same. So it also will affect one's decision making when it comes to money management and use money. Okay, and a lot of time when they start to wanted to manage it normally, most of the people is because when they're involved in debt, the debt is making them can't breathe, or they are starting to think of how to get additional business, 2 or 3 additional business just to make up the lifestyle. Okay, and one example.
I just want to add something, Ken.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you. So actually, I was still in the fairy story from the previous webinar. So we all will be brought up with a very interesting story by our parents or even during school. I think we all know this story is the ant and the grasshopper. So Simon is somebody like ant, and Gary is somebody like a grasshopper. So what makes the difference is both they know the importance of money, they know the importance of meal, they know the importance of sugar. But the difference is actually discipline. Simon has more discipline than Gary. I think that's it.
Wow, that is a very powerful word. Yes, everything is the same, but the Simon character is more disciplined than Gary. This is a very, very powerful word. This is actually correct. Discipline. Yeah, I think it's a very good point.
Can I share?
Yeah, can I please share?
Yeah, from my experience,
Yeah.
Gary represents the masses, whereby when you receive income, you spend on the expenses first, rather than from getting your income, you save first. If you were to do that, that is the correct concept. You get your income, you save, then the rest will be on the expenses.
This is a very powerful thing. Yeah. So what makes Simon more disciplined?
Keane.
That he is more disciplined by save first before paid for expenses, right?
Exactly. That means, Simon does that. That means, what should I save first before I spend? Because usually when you start with the expenses first, by the end of the month or by the end of the day, nothing left to save.
Good
point.
Right?
Yes, true. I agree.
Ken, I got a question, Ken.
Yep.
Okay, Ken, what about the present net value? That means my awareness of what can I get for 10 ringgit today compared to my 20 ringgit in 2 years' time. So with that kind of mindset, do you think it's a good mindset or wrong mindset?
Can you repeat again about present net value?
That means what can I, if I do have an awareness, what can I buy today for my 10 ringgit? It's worth much more than what could I buy for my 20 ringgit in 2 years' time. So why should I wait? So can I spend my 10 ringgit today? That means there's no saving, but I can actually gain so much in terms of value that I'm going to get for the money. So that means there is no actual saving in my bank, but I do have a lot of experiences plus happiness for that matter because of the money that I spent earlier.
Yes, it's very good. Yeah, this is how most of the people when they make decision, even though they have this awareness, but they wanted to enjoy the happiness, the kind of fulfillment first, right, Mahan? Yeah, you're saying. So I would rather spend this money now
correct,
to enjoy that. I mean, without thinking that too long. Yeah, that is exactly correct. This is exactly correct. And there's no like 100% fixed rules like 31 years old, you must spend or you must save. Okay. But I think this investment concept and the time value money compounding interest need to be made aware to the public, Malaysian or whoever, because anyhow, even though you wanted to enjoy the achievement or the fulfillment now, it doesn't mean that you have to enjoy with your whole hard-earned money, because anyhow we are still earning probably as a fresh grad easily 2005 at least at entry level. I mean, there are some certain situations they couldn't find job 1,000 or what. Yes, I know, but let's say about average 2005 to 3,000. But when we talk about present net value, or when we talk about invest for future, it need not to be like 100% you invest for the future. It always has to be on the portfolio basis or by percentage basis. Okay, that's where the KISS concept is very important. Well, because you tell the people about separating the tabung, not telling you that if I do investment, I can't be buying my shoes. You can still buy your shoes, but Keane, you do not need to buy 120 shoes, right, Keane? You have one pair, you have kaki dua saja kan? You tak ada banyak kaki sangat kan? So since you want to buy 120 shoes, even though one day I want to change one pair of shoes, how many pairs of shoes I can change? 20 pairs only, right? I mean 30 pairs lah. You know, even Saturday, Sunday also I must wear shoes in my house, 30 pairs of shoes. Then yeah, buy 30 lah, and the balance of 90 pairs of shoes, money, you put in your invest or your emergency fund. Okay, that is important. Okay, so okay, I hope you answer your questions, Mahan. Yeah. So anyone who have opinion?
Yes, Keane. Thank you.
Thank you. So very good, and thank you very much for sharing what you can see. And I seriously, you guys are awesome people. You got all these points, and the people around you are very happy because you definitely will educate them. You know, especially the youngsters, the children. Okay, because if you see Star newspaper yesterday, the millennials now is spending more than what they can earn. You know, they are always very positive about money management, and it's not all, but a group of them. All right, so it's also very alarming when they doesn't know about debt and money management kind of concept. Okay, so of course about money topic is a very long topic. Okay, but for a start, to start as a basic, can you type in the chat room and tell me what have you learned today from this session, this 1 hour session? It's a short session, but what have you learned? I know what I've learned is that save first, spend later. And what have you learned? Can you type in the chat room and let us know? So let's see who has responded here. No money, no power. Yeah, no money, you have no power to determine your own destiny. And no matter the age means what, Anita? And save for rainy days, invest for tsunami days.
Oh, sorry, I split the answer in two. So I said continue saving no matter the age.
Oh, okay, that's good. Continue saving no matter the age. Yes, there are some people who also ask me, like that how? I already late, I already at my 40 how? But it's never sick. It's no such thing as too late. Okay, it's always a better advantage if you start earlier. But if you miss the age, then you want to rewind. Oh, now, past already like 40 years old, never mind, I spend such like you cannot do that also, right? So Jared said, I've learned that little interest difference can make huge impact over time. Yes, there's time value money. It's time matters, and not even investment. Regrets due to not enough money in older age must be avoided and is happening. And you will be surprised, not those low income earner facing retirement crisis. It's those mid to high level income earner facing retirement crisis issue. Right? It's proven scientifically. So very good. So that's why do this every day to make more money. What do you need to do? You have to remember the concept of what? Today, the money management, my own money, we are talking about 4 alphabet concept.
KISS.
So, yes, you're right. Mehan, this okay. So KISS concept, you're right. So you have to remember to kiss your daughter, your wife, you know, your son, but don't forget to kiss your money also. Okay, so this is KISS concept. Keep long-term goal 10%, invest money, work for what money, let money work for you 20%, save for emergency and safety fund 10%, and spend on your necessity limit at 60%. If you can put it lower, the 10% put into your traveling goal, like what Anita shared. All right, so the KISS concept is something you have to remember. Okay, so now do you have any questions? And thank you very much. I have done my 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour. Okay. So you
Well done, Keane.
Well done, Keane.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. I also have my colleagues supporting me.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Love your
Anyone who wants,
Thank you so
anyone
much.
who wants to start having your millions can contact me.
Yes, the KISS concept really, it makes a difference. You know, you can always use the online free tools to plot. If you now put every 100, how much can you get in 10 years, even 5 years? Just project it, and you will know how to save your money. You know, I was a small spender, then big spender, then come back to a disciplined, really conscious spender. Okay, so if no question, I would like to say thank you